Hola, 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 Bafeto. This is Dibaleni Football Channel, Kaizer Chiefs Football Channel, football from the fans' perspective. Welcome back. Welcome to our new video. A review. Orlando Pirates 2, Kaizer Chiefs 1. A very painful one for us. For the third time this season, we must stand here and speak after Kaizer Chiefs has lost to Orlando Pirates. It's a very tricky situation, very painful one. But before we do that, I'd like to convey my appreciation to the subscribers of Dibaleni Football Channel and those that have been, commenting, supporting in any other way, sharing. It's very appreciated. It's appreciated. And to run a channel, it's not easy. I thought it was going to be a simple thing. It's not easy, but it's a challenge that I'm enjoying. It's a challenge that I'm enjoying, and it's something that I like, speaking about football. Though I don't enjoy speaking about Kaizer Chiefs after it has lost, but it's one of those interesting moments that we must come in even after the loss and gather yourselves and still, find a way to go forward. Yeah. So we lost against Orlando Pirates, the third consecutive, loss against Orlando Pirates this season. It's officially Orlando Pirates are the kings of Soweto, to be honest. They didn't play good, they didn't play a nice football, but they showed character. They showed that they are better than Kaizer Chiefs in many ways, in character, in football, and in many ways, they've been, much more prepared this season compared to us. So yeah, I did not expect Kaizer Chiefs to win, of course. If you remember well in my previous videos, I did say that approaching this game, I've nothing positive that I can say about Kaizer Chiefs. I'm not so optimistic about this game. But yeah, I was very surprised, in fact, by the way Kaizer Chiefs played, by the way the guys conducted themselves in the field of play. I was very much impressed. And then I got hurt by how we lost. I think it was a game that was given for us from heaven, that we're supposed to win, but we didn't take our opportunities. We lost the game. Yeah, we lost the game. The coach started with the lineup, a very interesting lineup. Akpei, Frosler, right back, Ngeza Nakumu, centre backs, and Zulu in the left. Cardoso, Blom in the middle with Bakas, of course, and then Ngobo in front of them. And then Nukovic and Manyama as strikers. It was 4-4-2. So, yeah, that is how the coach decided to line up. To be honest, Mashiane had to be taken out. Didn't start the game. And Machek and many other guys that I thought maybe the coach might consider, in our lineup in this game against Orlando Pirates. But yeah, they were out. I started with the guys. And yeah, first half, a similar game plan between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. That's what I saw, according to me. Similar game plan, sitting back and looking to catch Kaizer Chiefs on counters. And Kaizer Chiefs also looking to catch Orlando Pirates, with long balls. There was literally no game that was happening in the midfield. There was no. Yes, there were duels between Munari and Blom, but nothing much. To be honest, with the midfield, nothing much. Orlando Pirates did not dominate. In fact, Kaizer Chiefs has had a better half, according to me. First half, Kaizer Chiefs had a better half, and we could have taken advantage of the opportunities that we took. But if we check, Orlando Pirates was always looking to catch Kaizer Chiefs on counter-attacks. And Kaizer Chiefs hold a very high line. Something that we spoke about, if you remember very well in my previous videos, that Kaizer Chiefs defense, we like holding a high line when we don't have a plan in terms of how to deal with it. First of all, we don't have smart defenders enough to understand how to conduct a high line. Because they put, more especially with a team of Orlando Pirates caliber, very quick, very pacey. Within a split of a second, they're going to destroy you. So if you're going to hold a high line, you need to be very nice in communication, to be very clear, to understand your work. The relationship between the two center backs and the keeper and the right back and the left back has to be very solid if you're going to hold a high line. You need to be much more organized. Orlando Pirates tried the balls over our defense. They tried the first time, tried second time, didn't work. And then a mistake happened. Lack of communication. Because first, our defense does not have pace for us to hold a high line. Two, we are not good in communication. A mistake happens. Frosler heads the ball, and then miscalculation between Frosler and Akumu. And the keeper as well, to see that there's no clear communication, there's no clear understanding of how we are defending. Still have problems in the defense. And then, Thembinkosi Lorch will never make a mistake. He will never make a mistake. Could have saved. I think, Akpei tried, but the boy is just good. More especially when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs, this is Orlando Pirates, you just know that Thembinkosi Lorch is going to punish you if you make a mistake. But before the goal of Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs got two chances. two clear chances that first Manyama gets a chance that is very simple to finish, that just needs one to be calm, to pick a spot, and then we celebrate, we waste that chance. And then that was the first time that I realized that the game is going to be very difficult for us. Because that's what happened, if you remember, in the previous days. Kaizer Chiefs get a chance, we don't punish Orlando Pirates. When Orlando Pirates gets a chance, they're going to finish us. Did they got a chance? And then we got another chance, a half chance. Nukovic gets a ball, receives a ball as well. In a rush, he kicks the ball and he misses completely. But yeah, it's a half chance. But the Manyama chance is the one that was supposed to have lifted Kaizer Chiefs. And that's when I saw that we're going to lose this game. Because if you miss chances like that, I'm telling you, it has to do with your confidence. It deals with the confidence of the entire team. And now an opportunity was missed, the defense will be frustrated as well, like we saw. And to be honest, the first half, we won the first half according to, in terms of football. But didn't take our chances. Orlando Pirates, they are very good in finishing, and they scored. And then, yeah, Lodge, I don't want to speak much about him. I don't want to add more. Second half, Kaizer Chiefs again, still holding the high line, still, pressing and all that. And with this thing, I don't understand it, to say, why do you hold the high line if you know that you don't have pace, if you know that you're not good in communication? Most of the time it worked. You got the offsides, but everyone who was watching the game, if you were watching the game, you knew that eventually we were going to be caught off guard. We pushed. The first chance we get in the second half, a penalty, Happy Mashiane. Yeah, coach brought Happy Mashiane, and you could see why we want Happy Mashiane, want Ngobo to play. We want these guys to play. And unfortunately, you removed Ngobo. And that's one thing that we are going to speak about later on, and the things we learned, and the things we learned in the game. Penalty. Rightfully so, I think Nukovic took the penalty, and I think that's what I believe, that strikers should take the penalties so that to boost their confidence. But it's very sensitive because you have Cardoso, who normally takes penalties in Kaizer Chiefs and who hardly miss, and Nukovic takes the penalty, is the captain of the team and is a striker, misses, hits the ball. Could have picked the spot as well. I think could have picked the spot. Instead, he went for power. And when you go for power, you can't control it. And if it hits the keeper, it's most likely to come back. And if you are lucky, you are going to score. Unlucky, keeper saved it, or for a very wise keeper. And then the chance falls in the hands of or in the feet of Ngezana. And I stood up, I went to celebrate, only to find out it's not a goal. It was very frustrating, that penalty. I think that's the second moment of the game that lost us a game, according to me. And I knew that after missing that goal, it's going to be a problem again in this half. Like it happened in the first half, we missed a big chance. Second half, we missed a big chance. Orlando Pirates again hits us on a counter. Very nice ball from Marco. Started with it on his half. That's another thing that to note on that right back position. You have Frosler there, you have Ngezana. Starts it on his half, passes a man, he runs, makes a very nice run. Makaringa passes, and then Frosler does what he does, and they bring it in. Ball falls into the feet of Ndlovu. Ndlovu, very young, still a youngster. Cool, calm, and collected, scores the ball on the roof of the net, picks the spot. Similar chance to the one that Manyama got. This one, less experience, but understands what's the job to be done and how to do the job. The boy in Ndlovu just picks the spot and the scores, becomes 2-0. And you start thinking, okay, it's going to be 3, it's going to be 4, and things are going to be bad. But to be honest, Kaizer Chiefs, even 2-0, when we were 2-0 down, the boys kept on fighting. Crosses, and then Castro came in, and the crosses, they are working for us. In fact, that's one thing that I think the coach should consider. When the games are not working, if we are trying to play football and the games are not working, sometimes you need to play the high balls. Sometimes you need to play them. And against Orlando Pirates, to be honest, we were winning the balls. The crosses, we were winning them. And just finishing. Another chance, Happy Mashiane gets it, hits it. First time, does not trap, does not do anything with it, just decides to hit it very early. It just goes, way outside the post. Another one, he picks the spot. Unfortunately, it does not go in. And from then, I was very frustrated until the last goal by Cardoso, a header. And then I thought we can come back. It can be 2-0. It can be from 2-0 to 2-1 and then 2-2. I thought we could come back, but it was already late in the game. But for me, to be honest, yeah, I did not expect Kaizer Chiefs to win, but the guys, they put up a fight. We were costed by our own players. We costed ourselves. The coach did the job. To be honest, the coach did all the job. The plan of Kaizer Chiefs worked. The only problem that I have is the high line of the defense. We are still going to struggle with how we organize our defense. If you have Akumu, you have people that are slow, they cannot speak, who do not have confidence to command, then why do you hold the high line? I think we should just stick to a low block and then look for counters if that's the case. But don't hold the high line if you know that you are not paced. We can't. And yeah, it was late for Kaizer Chiefs. Let's check on the things we learned. The first thing we learned is that, yeah, we didn't lose the game because we played bad. We throw away the game. And it is totally on us. Totally on us to blame. On the players, specifically the players of Kaizer Chiefs, man. I think there's something wrong with the players, man. They don't have the confidence. It looks like they are not enjoying the game. They look like they are too fragile. If they're not fragile, they're just too stiff. They are not relaxed in the game. And that's one thing that I'm realizing with this team. The team is fine, but there are fears that need to be taken out. I mean, those finishes by Manyama, on any day, if there's anyone, you can finish if they are confident. I mean, second thing is that Manyama needs to be benched. According to me, my favorite player in Kaizer Chiefs is Beam, but right now it's I think it's the third or fourth consecutive bad game for him. And since the beginning of the season, he's been in under critiques and all that. And for the coach to stick with him when there are players that are there that are not given a chance, it's very wrong. It's very wrong. I think it's time for Manyama to be benched and be given a chance to rest. Maybe he can come back off the bench like he did against TTM. Came off the bench and gave us something. But for him to start each and every game when he's underperforming, when there are players that are not given a chance, when there's players like Zuma, I mean, then the players like Nchangas that are not given a chance, it's totally unfair for me. I think he should be benched. Manyama should be benched. And then, yeah, similar Goldman, Ndlovu does the same thing, gets the same chance, and he finishes. It's even more difficult, the one of Ndlovu. It's more difficult, the one of Lord, than the chance that Manyama got. So it's time for him to be benched, according to me. And the defense, again, yes, I think Gavin Hunt is going to have to recruit. One of the recruitments that we need to do is on the defensive side. And we need to get a highly motivated player, a senior player who cannot, right now, if Kaizer is going to go recruit in the defense, we need to recruit a man that has experience, that can command. We need a captain-like material. Because, yeah, we have on Ramahlo Mphahlele, but it's not always then the game. Is injury prone, and also is also not that sharp. If we are going to recruit, we need to go look. There's a player in Swallows. There are players also in TS Galaxy that I've seen that I think they can improve that defense of Kaizer Chiefs. And Kaizer Chiefs has to improve on defense. We have to improve on defense. And then the last thing is Gavin Hunt. How Gavin Hunt, does these things. I mean, if Manyama is going to get... I have a problem with the coach on the fact that he's not giving other players a chance. Zuma has never underperformed in Kaizer Chiefs. And like we said about Nchangas, whose contract is about to end, he has not been given a chance. And the coach continuously gives a chance to players that fail, and we're going to start to have a problem. Ngobo was not supposed to be out of that game. I don't know why he was taken out. As much as, yes, in the first half, Munaro was taking care of him. I think Munar and Ben Mutswari, they had a clear plan on how to deal with him. But I think he should have kept in the game. Should have been kept in the game. Mashiane, I don't know why he didn't start. I don't know. Zuma, why is Zuma not playing? I don't know. Because if it's an issue of energy, introduce him for a few minutes of the game, the beginning of the game, and try to pose, some threats. And then after 60 minutes, you just take him out. Say he does not feature at all and Manyama is always in the game, it's just unfair, according to me. Otherwise, yeah, that is it from me. I didn't expect us to win against Orlando Pirates. One last thing that I want to say is that the Kaizer Chiefs team is fine, according to me. We're not that much bad, but we're going to need leadership material. Mnokovic is there as a leader, but we're going to need more leadership material in the midfield of the park, in the center back, especially in the defensive line of Kaizer Chiefs. We need to recruit a captain material. We need to recruit a leadership material. Otherwise, you have Akumu, doesn't slide, does not make bad, tackles and everything. Yes, it's good in marking, but timing, communication, leadership is needed there. You can see Orlando Pirates, they didn't have a good game, but they had characters in the game that could win them a game. That's the difference between, and they have leaders. They have Tyson, they have Jele, they have players that have been there, you know, Lodge, Ben Mutswari, Munari, players that have been there in the game. And, you know, they are leaders in the game in their own right. And that's what I think Kaizer Chiefs lacks right now. We lack that element of players that can take charge. You see, that's the difference between the game against Orlando Pirates, is that you have Kaizer Chiefs that has upped the standard in terms of playing, but the problem is that they can't match Orlando Pirates in terms of the experience Orlando Pirates has in the game, the leadership that has in the game, and decisiveness and the calmness of Orlando Pirates. The plan is there, chip it over the Kaizer Chiefs defense, and then make the runs. They keep on trying it until it works. Kaizer Chiefs' plan is there. It doesn't work. You miss easy chances. You miss penalties. You miss the rebound from the penalty, and you expect to win. We can't win games like that. We can't continue making things like that. I think, yeah, that's what I think. I think Kaizer Chiefs will have to recruit like in a very serious manner. Otherwise, that is it from me. This is Dibaleni Football Channel, Kaizer Chiefs Football Channel. Let me hear your comment section. Let me hear what you think about the game. Otherwise, it's a game we should have won, according to me. Love and peace.